Hopeless Fan Podcast. It's Scotty. It's Shelby.
That was terrible.
Oh my gosh. Couldn't even get
Keep it going, Zach. You're doing fine.
It's Scotty. It's Shelby. It's Zach. We have a loaded show. We were out on Monday, but now we're back.
Sorry.
Yep. Shelby had some
Sorry,
things.
it's a long one.
We're back. I know it's the thing that all the fans have been clamoring for. We've got Mount Rushmore of quarantine moments. Who tweeted that is back for its second show. We're
pumped for that.
Yeah, it's going to be Zach versus Scotty this time. Guessing who tweeted that. MLB is back. NBA almost back. We're almost there. We got Stand of the Week, Bunk of the Week. We got some NFL bets. It's a whole thing. So, how are you guys doing?
Doing good. I think we get a refreshed feeling we only do once a week, and I think we're more optimistic, we're more bright, we're more polished when we only record once a week.
Attack.
But except you, Zach, because you do sound like you're going through it.
You know, it's we'll get to it when we do Stand and Bunk. But yeah, there's
and you know, being able to just do it once a week gives us really like original content. You know, like fuck you, Zach. You know, that just seems like way more original.
Zach, is the spoiler alert saying your bunk of the week is that you have to go to work?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say get that out of the way if it is.
Get that energy out.
Well, we'll start with baseball. Zach, you're a big Pirates fan, and their chances of making the playoffs just went up by a lot because Major League Baseball is now expanding the playoffs from 10 teams to 16.
I'm excited. Plus,
for this season.
Plus, for at least another season, they'll be the only game in town in Pittsburgh.
So for we'll get to that. So over half of the Major League Baseball teams will make the playoffs. 16 out of 30. The Reds, obviously, you can lock them in for the playoffs. Makes it really weird how the 3 hours before the first game of the season they come up with this. But I digress. Mm-hmm. Scotty, your thoughts knowing you're going to see the Reds play postseason baseball?
With money in my hand, fucking
you're
thrilled
31
about
and 20. You're 31 and 29 Reds are going to make the playoffs.
Top dude.
Hey, my bet to see the Pirates in the playoffs just got the shot in the ass that it needed. That's for sure.
Did you bet that, or you just bet their win total over?
I think I bet them to make the playoffs. Or it might have no. I bet the Pelicans to make the playoffs. Damn it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're getting
what kind of monster doesn't even know what he bet?
I'm the kind of guy who made like way too many.
Yeah, I think we're slacking on the Hopeless Fan Podcast bet tracker because I feel like I haven't added to that in a while since it's been 10 days. So,
oh wow!
Oh fuck!
If you guys want any cross,
someone make a shitty bet with me right now.
Bet me that Tom Brady won't win, or you'll say Tom Brady will win Rookie of the Year. I'll give you 10-1. I say he won't win. I say he won't win Rookie of the Year. Thoughts?
Oh,
you think I won't bet that?
God damn!
I'll give you $100,000.
They reinvent the award for him. They could do it.
Rookie of the Year just means your first year on a new team rookie award.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So MLB is back. NBA almost back. What do you guys feel about the virtual fans they're gonna have that kind of look like 2K9? Have you seen that?
I heard. They're
gonna have hologram.
No, go ahead.
Oh, that's actually baseball I'm thinking of. I think both sports are going to use it where the fans in the stands look like it's from like MLB 2K9 or MLB The Show 2009 or NBA Live
where at least
06 with Dwayne Wade on the cover.
7 people on your screen are doing the exact same thing and wearing the exact same fucking t-shirts. Like, are these fucking quadruplets?
Or it's like the Reds will hit a home run into a first row of all Reds fans who are like hanging their head in disappointment even though their team just hit a home run.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, something glitched.
I used to... Do you guys remember NCAA football like 06? You could edit what your signs say after different things. It'd be like after a sack, you'd be like, 9/11 was a scam. Is what's on a sign that these Northwestern fans are holding up. Yeah, exactly. Dick Cheney made money off the Iraq War in a sign with like all these Florida State Seminole fans. Seminole fans? Yeah. All right. MLB, NBA. Zach has bets opening night tonight. Yankees at Nationals. Scotty, our Yankees over/under bet starts tonight. And we also have Johnny Cueto against Clayton Kershaw.
I forgot.
Garrett Cole versus Max Scherzer.
Fuck, do I have the
Scotty
over?
has the Yankees under.
Oh, yes.
For what?
Okay, no good.
Yeah, you have under Yankees. I think we agreed on 37.5. I'm 90. Yeah, 37.5.
I thought you meant for this game we had an over/under. Never mind.
No, we don't. I mean, if anyone wants to start off, we can have an early win. We can have the first hopeless fan bet win or loss. All of these are going to take months to decipher, except Case Keenum starting week 1,
right.
Which Zach should just give me 50.
Yeah,
Zach just give me 50.
Like just Venmo now.
I figured we just all like tally up at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Make things better, because we're gonna. You know how many bets we're gonna have that cancel each other out?
A lot.
Hopefully a lot.
A quick million. All right, we'll move to stand of the week, and Scotty, you start us off because you've been quiet.
Stand of the week. It's going to be FC Cincinnati because
You
I
took
finally
mine.
got back.
You took
Damn.
mine.
Too.
Oh my God.
Yeah, fuck you. FC Cincinnati. I'm back in the betting game and I'm winning. I already lost on FC Cincinnati since I've been back in the betting game, but now I've won on FC Cincinnati. I've only bet 2 times on sports, both on FC Cincinnati, on ridiculous odds. The first one, they lost to Columbus by 1 million in soccer terms.
1 million.
And this time, I was like, well, I'll use the other $10 I fucking threw in there. Won a good quick 32. Your boy's back. I'm betting 100 tonight on the Yankees.
Well, the Nationals just had Juan Soto, or who tested positive from the Nationals? Nationals, COVID-19. There's someone big just tested positive like today. Juan Soto's out today. Oh, yeah.
What's the Yankees odds? Like minus 450?
I don't even know if they've. I mean, it's the Yankees are missing someone too. The Yankees are minus 186.
Minus 186.
Yeah, Nationals plus 155. Take Scherzer as a home dog.
I'm actually I would actually take the Yankees and feel pretty good about it.
Right. All right,
at
Zach.
186. That's
Zach, your stand.
not bad.
My stand is that feeling that you get when you put in your notice at a job that you hate.
Oh yeah. You're like.
Is that what you did?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like August 23rd, my last day.
Like, okay, regular, since you've been there, your work effort, your bosses would probably say you're an A to A minus employee. Is that okay?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay. What would they say about your last 5 weeks? Like, what grade of an effort are you going to put in over the next 5 weeks? Because if it's anything above a C plus, I don't have respect for you.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be C to C minus. Where the kind of that senioritis that you get, where whatever algebra class you might be in your senior. If you're like me, you got out of math early. You didn't even have to take math the senior year.
I took AP calculus.
That kind of. You remember that afternoon? My first day at Waynesville. That afternoon, I spent your math class, and they're like, "He's too smart for this. We're moving him upstairs."
Yeah.
So I was in a math class with Shelby, 8th grade, for about 30 minutes.
It's gotten you so far in life, too. Thing.
I know, right? But yeah, no, I'm just going to do the bare minimum so that I don't get screamed at each day.
Yeah, hope my employer isn't listening.
All right, I
could give
my stand.
Fire
my stand is going to be the hunt for the next Washington's name for a football team. It's just going to be simply known as the Washington football team for now. Short and simple and to the point. Yep. We're nothing else but a football team. We are the Washington football team. So I think I'm holding on to this as long as possible, and maybe by week 1, Washington will still just be the Washington football team. And I think that'd be hilarious to see a graphic like Eagles 6, football team 3 at the end of the first quarter. I think that'd be amazing.
Hey, you want to do a bet? There's a bet. A bet that they'll have a new name by week 1?
Yeah, give me plus $1 million. on the yes.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I can't imagine that.
All right,
them not.
My bunk of the week. We're gonna go with the Toronto Blue Jays because, of course, they're in Canada. Only MLB team north of the border, and they don't have a home yet. And I think, what you pouring out, Zach? What's your poison right now?
Milwaukee's best. Milwaukee's beast.
Okay, so as of right now, Toronto, I think they opened the season on the road. Yeah, so they're still looking for a home. For their first home game is scheduled for July 29th. So 6 days away, and they have no idea where they're going to play the Nationals on July 29th. Pittsburgh said no. Buffalo is like a minor league place. The lights aren't great. The facilities aren't great. I think a good bet would be to fade Toronto pretty much everywhere you can this year. And who's breathing like an Eskimo into the mic?
You sure it's not you?
I don't have a mic, so it is not.
Oh, yeah. Well, pretty sure we all can tell
Could've
that
been the
one.
sound of Atlas
Talk about a
chewing on his
bunk of
bone.
the week.
All right, Scotty, go with your bunk.
It's going to be the traditional point guard in basketball because who needs one when you got Slim Jokic running the point?
Oh, that was great. It was like, oh, Jokic is the point. And it's like, oh, my God, 8 turnovers. And then here comes Mr. Pessimistic everywhere else but optimistic when it comes to an 8-turnover scrimmage. Scotty, you know he played point guard, right? So Jokic is only an elite passer in moderation, apparently. So that's the biggest thing because he can't be a point guard because he can't pass that much in a game. But
is Murray in
careful.
quarantine or something?
No, So Murray sat out
great.
for golf
That was
fatigue.
great. Legend.
What a legend.
Well, but is it like, did he play mini golf or did he go out of the bubble to play golf?
No, he actually played actual golf. I think they've got ranges there, right? I don't know.
Does anyone know
They definitely have courses there, I think.
Yeah, I didn't know how big the NBA bubble actually is. Because when I think of a bubble, I think of it's like the hotel, which is connected to the courts, and that's it.
I think
they have the whole ass
of the
theme
show
park, bro.
Under the Dome.
Like, I think they have the whole section of the theme park that they're staying at.
Okay.
Or at the Disney Plaza. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm fucking acting like I know.
Yeah.
But I really don't.
That's
know
like
anymore.
80% of our show, but at least on Zach's side.
We'll
but,
act like we know, but like, fuck you because we don't.
That seems problematic if they have access to the whole park where like the public is coming in Florida, where like the most cases are.
Are the parks even? I don't think the parks are open.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just say I think the NBA had 0 positive COVID tests, so I'm looking at
Which is
it is a beautiful thing. Zach, bunk.
Yeah, so my bunk is going to be EA Sports. They haven't released a patch yet that has changed. It's kind of on yours, Shelby, where it has changed the Washington logo and the name in Madden yet. I feel like that's an easy, that's a 5-minute patch that you can make just to change it to the Washington football team. They haven't done it yet.
Next up on Who Cares?
The entire country.
Zach, they don't update Madden anymore. After the Super Bowl, that's when they stop updating Madden.
No, they still update.
No, they don't.
Zach's just like, I'm gonna Twitter.
No.
Zach's just like, I'm gonna Twitter search the name Redskins, and then I'm gonna cancel whoever still uses it. Because that's his.
Guys, I have breaking news.
Yeah, what is
Yeah,
it?
be careful. Shelby literally just said
That was a test. You failed.
I just got a text, and this is a new stand from my bookie. The book is open. Oh no!
The degenerate equivalent. The degenerate equivalent of Michael Jordan's "I'm back" facts. We're open.
I have the Yankees on here minus 160.
We're open.
Take it.
And over under 8.
Oh, that's
8?
Under. Scherzer and Garrett Cole.
Shelby with the under.
Scherzer and
Who'da
Garrett
thought?
Cole. Are you kidding me? All right, we will go.
Oh my god! Can I parlay this?
We have 3 segments left. Who tweeted that? My betting trend that will make you guys rich, and Mount Rushmore of quarantine moments. What do you guys want to do?
It's your day.
Let's
Bets?
go with the
Okay,
bets.
here we go. I'm doing research last week, and I teased it in a Snapchat to you guys. But I was looking at the games on tap for Week 1 this year, and obviously makes me happy to see the NFL Week 1 lines already up. But I'm going through it. So you have Bears, Lions, that's 1. Ravens, Browns, 2. Green Bay, Vikings, 3. Colts, Jaguars. Dolphins, Patriots, Jets, Bills. Philadelphia, Washington. Zach, I didn't say it. Arizona at San Francisco. Tampa Bay at New Orleans. 9 Week 1 division games. So I just go through every single year. My biggest question to you guys is where is the cutoff for like how long a trend is where you would like bet into it? So like For instance, if like Scotty Drew Lock didn't cover, he only covered 1 out of his first 4 road games. Would you say, oh, bet against him on that 6th road game, or is that too small of a sample size? When's the sample size big enough for you to say, okay, that's a good enough trend to bet?
3.
3 what?
3 games, I'd say. Like if I was using the Drew Lock example, I'd say like 3's a good enough of a measurement to say, yeah, like this seems to be
okay. Well, maybe I didn't give a good enough start to my question.
Yeah, pose it a different way.
Yeah, well, this one's more of a year by year thing. So the question would be, how many years would a good trend for you make when it comes to betting? So what would, like, if you were talking about, the Super Bowl winner, the Super Bowl loser doesn't make the playoffs, how many years would you want of research to back that up before you bet this year that the 49ers wouldn't make it?
I guess 2 or 3, because probably still 2 or 3. Just because
that's so light.
There's too many variables. Yeah, but there's so many variables. Like a team can turn it around like that, like if you have the Browns who have been in turmoil ever since, but like that's where I wouldn't believe the hype. Same with the Raiders. I wouldn't believe the hype even if there's off-season hype and the betting odds are like in favor of them of them making the playoffs.
Okay.
Whereas I would still be like, well, look at history. Look at the past. Whatever. But if the 49ers, I still probably would have bet. I would have been more hesitant. But if they made many changes that I believe in, then I don't know.
That's an interesting trend because if you think about it, like, so the Rams, they didn't make the playoffs the year after they went, right? And then you have.
I just made that up,
Falcons.
by the way. I have no idea.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
I know, but that's still an interesting trend that I'd like to discuss because the Falcons, I don't think they went back. I would be. Let's say the Eagles barely made it back. They were
Eagles
just in a
won.
fucking dog shit division.
The Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Well, that's true. That's
true. But the Patriots made it back.
That's true. Yeah, well, that's because they're the Patriots. But I don't know. It is an interesting trend to look at, though. I think not to digress too much. But.
Right. Well, the only reason I think 3 is far too low. But for something to become a trend.
Right. We're like 5 or 6 years. That
was more the answer I would have said if I was asked the question. But to each his own. But anyway, I was thinking of road division games week 1. So you always say, like, throw out the records when division teams play and stuff. So I just went back. Started last year. Oh, there's a good trend. It kept going to 2018. It kept going to 2017. It kept going to 2016. It went all the way back to 2009. Week 1 division games. The underdog against the spread. 41, 18, and 3. Wow. 66.1%. Against the spread in the last 11 seasons. That just seems insane to me. And then even furthermore, if you like money line underdog, 27, 27, and 1 in the last 10 seasons, and then in 2009 they went 1 and 5. So 28, 33, and 1. So usually you have that week 1, with say the Tampa Bay Bucks +4 this year at New Orleans. For them to win on the money line, it's +160. So your odds are about 35 to 40% chance that the Buccaneers win. That's what they're saying. But this one, you get all the way up to 48% with 28, 33, and 1.
So you're saying, so this week 1, you're saying Brown's going to cover whatever it is, -8 or 8.5 or whatever it is.
Yeah, I think they're +8. But I'm saying that's what the trend looks like.
That's right,
that every
Jets +6.
Washington +6.5. I'm saying, Zach, every year since 2009. Last year they were 3-1. The year before they were 3-1. So there hasn't been a losing. If you just bet the underdog in divisional games, you haven't had a losing season since 2008.
I'm gonna do it all week 1.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if you give that much data, I think in 1 year, I think maybe in 2011, they were like 500. So 1 out of 11 years, it was 500. The division underdogs were 3-3, and the other 10 years they had a winning record. So 41, 18, and 3. Just a stat to throw out. Scotty, you like it?
It's a beautiful stat.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do. That's a good. That's a good handicap. What made you go back and see this trend? Were you just looking at the week 1 matches?
Well, no, I just kind of thought, the one that stood out to me was Green Bay plus 3.5 against Minnesota, and because I thought okay, quarterback, you have advantage, Aaron Rodgers, and then I thought okay,
it's at Minnesota,
well, which has one of the best home field advantages, but they won't have fans. And that's the same building where Rodgers went in there on primetime last year. They won by double digits as underdogs. And I was like,
yeah.
And then I'm looking at these and I'm like, the Patriots, they're at home. You don't know who the starting quarterback's going to be. It's probably going to be Cam, but Jared Stidham has a far-off chance of being it. And then you have a Dolphins team that was, one of the best against the spread in the second half of the season last year, and they beat New England Week 17 in Foxborough. So I just ventured into it thinking, maybe, and then it just turns out that you have 11 years of 41-18-3 of road dogs. And
hey Shelby, here's an interesting question. Who do you think is further off from being like the one team that doesn't cover if there's only one team, right? Who's more likely to cover? The Jags?
So I thought of this. I have it in front of me.
The Cardinals.
I think the Jags are the further off from covering. But here was my dilemma, and I've already bet Scotty on the Bears +2 week 1 against Detroit.
Right. Well, I'm seeing 1.5 here. So.
Yeah, by the time when we bet it, it was +2. That's what it opened with. But what I was thinking was, there is how many did I count? 9 division games week 1, so you can fire on all 9. But I would actually like to fade teams with new head coaches and or new quarterbacks week 1 because of COVID and them not getting enough practice together. So I would fade Cleveland +8, even though that's a big ass number to lay.
Do you fade the Bears?
I don't fade the Bears. Well, you see who the starter is, but is Foles that much of a downgrade from Trubisky not being able? I mean, I guess I like the Bears.
Who's the starter week 1? Is it Foles?
That's a different point for a different day, I think. But Green Bay is obviously a play. Same head coach, same quarterback. The Jaguars would be a play, and they're at home. So how about home dogs against the spread in that same point, 15-4. So it looks like Jaguars, based on that, I already bet them to have the worst record in the NFL, but +7's an easy play for me. I have to. Same quarterback, same head coach.
Yeah. That seems like one of those games where it's like it's -7 and they lose by 2 field goals.
And same with
and you're in hit heaven.
Right. And the Dolphins look like a play with Ryan Fitzpatrick and Flores. The Jets look like a play with Darnold and Gase. Washington I don't like with Ron Rivera being the new coach, even though Haskins I don't know.
Right.
And then Arizona looks like a play 7.5 against the Niners.
That's wild.
I'm seeing them just at 7 right now, so 7.5. That's a great number.
And it's -20. Well, you lay 121 -121. San Francisco -7.5 is actually +100. So if it went down to 7, it'd probably be 110 both sides. But yeah, that's the only stat that I had that really jumped out.
I love Cardinals.
I do too.
I think
by
that
the way.
I think that really
game.
I mean, that makes a ton of sense because going into the off season, all you have is just like 4 months of fucking hype that no one really knows. Like no one would have known going into week 1 last year that the Titans were going to blow the Browns out. Everyone's like, oh, this is the Browns' year. This finally they have Baker Mayfield.
Right.
He's going to be MVP favorite. And then I mean, even us, we got fucking bamboozled on Thursday Night Football on the worst start of the NFL season ever of 10-3 boring ass fucking game where Jimmy Graham catches a fucking prayer in the end zone.
Awful.
But yeah, I mean, like this, no one fucking knows, and so that's why I think underdogs are a great play week 1. So I definitely am on that train.
Yeah, and it's like in retrospect, is that Browns loss that bad looking back at it, knowing what the Titans ended up doing? Maybe it's bad because it was Marcus Mariota. But
it's also bad because the Titans were 2-4 before they started. I mean, it wasn't when they started their rise to the top.
Right, and obviously that
I feel like that season didn't pop until that.
And then I got greedy in trying to find trends, and I looked at first round quarterbacks making their first NFL start since 2011. 14-14-1 against the spread, so 50% down the line.
God,
so
I hit those. Those are stats that bettors fucking hate.
But I know
like, you're telling me nothing.
First round quarterbacks as home dogs against the spread in their first start, 7-3. But I see none of those first round quarterbacks. The Bengals, Joe Burrow, that's a play. 7-3. So
See, but that trend to me, I wouldn't feel confident with the bet.
No,
like,
I'm just saying.
7-3-1. It's just random. I think it's lucky.
I just got greedy, is what I'm saying. I just got greedy.
Yeah.
Hey,
Right,
Shelby, do you know what the prop bet is for? You probably don't, but I'm just gonna ask what the prop bet is for Burrow's over under for.
Yeah, it's like
week one?
I got it right here.
Mother.
It's
Is it 1.5?
wait, week 1? No, it's probably not available yet. It's 21.5 for the whole season.
Oh, my
Same
God,
as Drew
that's easy
Lock?
bet, over. But
I guess.
I want to know. Yeah, I want to know what
Jesus.
his over under, because I think he's gonna throw like 3 touchdowns in his first game. It's gonna be electric.
I don't know.
I'm high on Burrow.
The game
week
props
1.
haven't been out yet. I'll just say that.
I know, especially against the Chargers. Although you're playing against Derwin James, but it's in Cincinnati, so you don't have to travel all the way out to the West Coast.
Yeah. Who am I to question
think,
Zach's bets? Who was like Zach's lock of the week was Titans over, like money line over the Titans.
Browns.
Yeah, that's true.
Over the Browns. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, at week one, I'm undefeated.
All right, and here's another one I want to look at is I want to fade and it's funny because week 1 I love the Packers plus 3.5 because of that trend, but over in the long run I don't like Green Bay, and I'll tell you why. I think they are one of the few teams, Green Bay that is, they're only favored to win 8.5 games, but they're to make the playoffs. Their yes is the favorite at minus 134. So they're only favored to win 8.5 games. So that could be either 8 or 9 because you can't obviously win 8.5. But they're to miss the playoffs. No is plus 110. So they're only favored.
How down are they on the NFC North?
Yeah, they're only favored to win 8.5 games. Yet the underdog, the odds say they're going to make the playoffs. So the odds are saying they win the division at 9-7.
And I think they're a 2-team double-digit winner division. I think that the Packers probably go like 11-5, and you have the Vikings go 10-6 or something like that, or they could even go 12-4.
But here's my problem. So 2018, the Packers went 6-9-1. They fired McCarthy. They had an over/under of 10 wins that year. Last year it was 9 wins. They went 13-3. But in that span,
which was
here
nuts.
in that span, here are the quarterbacks the Packers have beaten: Trubisky 3 times, Kirk Cousins twice, Josh Allen once, everyone else is once. Josh Allen, Stafford, C.J. Beathard, Brock Osweiler, Matt Ryan, Sam Darnold, Kyle Allen, Daniel Jones, Joe Flacco, Derek Carr, Dwayne Haskins, David Blau, and Matt Moore. But they've lost
Brock
to
Osweiler.
Yeah, when he was. It would have been in 2018. Those are the quarterbacks they beat.
Oh.
It would have been in 2018 when he was, I don't know what he was doing with the Dolphins. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yikes.
So, but here's the quarterbacks
so.
they've lost. Here's the quarterbacks they've lost to: Trubisky and Cousins once, Alex Smith once, Stafford twice, Jared Goff, Brady, Russell Wilson, Rosen, Carson Wentz, Rivers, Garoppolo. So there's a clearly talent gap on the quarterbacks they've lost to and the quarterbacks they've beaten. And this year upcoming, they have Trubisky and Foles twice, Stafford and Cousins twice, Breeze, Ryan, Brady, Deshaun Watson, Garoppolo, Minshew, Phillip Rivers, Carson Wentz, Teddy Bridgewater, Ryan Tannehill. Okay. So you look at the quarterbacks
so they're not
they've
making
beaten,
the playoffs.
That's what I think. I would bet.
That's what you're saying is, which is obvious, is bet them not to make the playoffs versus their over/under, because their over/under is pretty even.
Right, but I mean there is a 7th playoff spot this year, so you risk that. But I think that the Packers win 8 of those games. They go 8-8, and it's probably 60% chance they miss the playoffs, 40% chance they make it, and you still get plus 110.
Yeah. What's the Cardinals' chances to make the playoffs? If you know
Cardinals
off the top of your head.
I do. It is plus 255. Yes.
Wow.
Minus 355. No. My over under 7 win total.
I say take them yes for the playoffs, easily.
There's your pick. All right, that is what I found out doing some research. You guys do what you want with it. Zach, glad to have you on board.
It's fascinating.
All right, do you want to do Mount Rushmore of quarantine moments? And then end with who tweeted that. All right, Scotty has the first pick. Then it's Zach, then it's me.
So just real quick for parameters for this, just so I don't fuck it up.
I think I know the question coming, but I want to hear it.
Do you want like moments that we enjoyed, moments that we hated, or just moments of note?
Just moments of note. And and quarantine's pretty loose because stuff's opened up. So I would just say since sports have been gone.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. Scotty, you have the first pick.
Mine's going to be pretty easy. A layup. I'm going to go ahead and say Tiger King.
Well, yeah,
coming
number
out.
one easy.
Easy, yeah. A really big monumental moment for all Americans.
All right, Scotty, when was Tiger King released? Give me your guess. Best guess.
March 6th.
Zach?
There you go. March 12th.
March 20th.
Woo!
Why are you cheering?
So, I don't know.
Because I was closest without going over.
Oh.
Price is Right rules.
Zachy unders. All right, Zach, your first pick.
It's got to be from the jump. The beautiful gift we got of Mark Cuban seeing that basketball is canceled.
Ooh,
would have been there round 4.
I don't know how great that one is because
utter shock.
I don't know.
Awe.
That's tough because they continued to play the game after that.
Well, yeah. Well, plus that the whole situation surrounding like Rudy Gobert and touching the mics and all that kind of thing.
That wasn't a great moment. That was like
scenario.
depressing and sad, and I don't.
That's why Zach.
It's moments of note.
That's why Zach just asked the question.
Yeah, but
90 seconds ago, Zach asked that question.
But Zach, that would have been their 4th round, I think.
Question.
Yeah, I wouldn't have taken it.
Okay.
Yikes.
There's so many moments that at this point it's just like Tiger King and then go for it.
All right.
Go hog wild.
Here we go. I'll go hog wild with my first pick, The Last Dance.
Yeah, that's easy.
Thought
one.
The Last Dance would just get us through quarantine. I remember the first night being like, oh my god, there's something everyone's going to be tweeting about. So that was it. And then I'll go with Earl Thomas' situation with his brother.
Perfect.
That would have been available in the 4th round, but I also love it.
Okay.
Hey, can I guess Zach's next one? Oh, the burrito I ate on the second week of quarantine, that was just like fire. I got this place from down the street. It was so good. All right, go ahead, Zach.
Buying a house.
I mean, I guess I could go with anyone with any number of Mike DeWine addresses to the state.
Yeah.
and I guess I should say the wave of American Sign Language interpreters.
There you go.
And just finding out seeing how much they love their jobs.
Yeah.
The 4 times a year they get to do it.
I
think it's awesome.
Going to every Mike DeWine tweet and reading the replies. It's like basically Jesus to Satan within a matter of 2 scrolls on your phone. All right, Scotty, 2 picks.
2 picks. Okay. My first one, oh my god, I thought I forgot this, and I was buying time, but I remembered it. It's John Krasinski's Good News Network. When he came out with that and did a bunch of Office spin-off things and moments, that was cool.
Right. Well, plus you have what that released shortly before the quarantine was Office Ladies podcast, and then most recently Oral History of the Podcast with Brian Bumgarner. So all this great Office podcast content that we have to get us through quarantine.
Yeah, I like John Krasinski.
All right, your next pick.
Just because. My next pick is video games. And probably Warzone, because I don't think I would be playing any fucking Warzone. And because I have no sports as a distraction, I'd be playing a lot of video games, and now I'm addicted to something else. So that's probably just a huge overall moment that I wouldn't be doing if it wasn't for quarantine.
Right. All right. Good one, Zach.
Ooh. Let's see. Let me run down the list
Out
here.
Of picks.
The list of
Zach
nothing that I
picks.
wrote down. No. I'm gonna have to go with.
You're gonna have to.
I'm gonna have to.
Oh
Because I
my God.
don't have a
You have
choice.
2 more picks.
And see.
Did you eat a
the
burrito?
thing
That was really good.
happens In times of these, you have
Well, Zach did prepare it all.
so many different options to choose from. No, I did. It's gonna have to be just seeing like all the just like white people just freaking out
Careful.
under like mask requirements. Just absolutely like losing their mind over the reality of like I have to put this thing on my face when I go out in public and just not being able to grasp.
What?
All right,
Hey
there's
guys,
no chance
concept.
Zach was prepared
Hey
for
guys,
this segment and came
what
up
happens
with that.
when Zach is backed up into a fucking corner? Just replay those last fucking 20 seconds.
Go after white people.
Jesus Christ.
He stalled for 30 seconds to be like, "Oh, what's in the news today? Mask requirement. Okay, it happened 22 minutes ago. Was mandated across the state that you have to wear a mask?" And Zach was like, "Okay, perfect. All right, perfect. I didn't prepare for this at all."
You took all the ones that I wanted. What do you want me to do?
no,
You
we
took all the
didn't.
ones
All right,
that I
I'll
wanted.
just go to get you off the hook. Mine's gonna be the video that came out shortly after all this started. I think it was in March with the celebrities singing "Imagine" in isolation. It was like, oh my god, you know what's gonna get us through this? All these celebrities in their nice houses singing this song. Now I'm automatically gonna be.
Thanks,
I'm gonna
Galvin,
get
though.
through this so
Glad
much.
I got to watch you in your
I'm, like,
fucking
so good now.
mansion while I'm sitting here barely with AC money. Like, fuck you
Yeah.
guys.
And then to tack onto that the
Why don't you wait for your next
the
pick?
Black Lives Matter, the
God,
Black Lives Matter
fuck
movement,
you.
and all the
Stop
celebrities
you.
being like, I take responsibility. I take responsibility. It's like you're white and have $1 million because you cry on screen. Shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to hear you. Have to say.
Jesus. All right. I'll go with on a lighter note. Back to my last pick though. It was like when NFL Network came out with of all like the NFL greats like saying how we're gonna get through this. I just pictured
yeah.
like myself dying on like laying on a bed dying from COVID. I'm like, it's okay, Mom, because gray bearded Deion Sanders said by his mansion that we're gonna get through this, baby.
We're going to be all right. We're going to get through this, baby.
Yeah, we're gonna be all right. Oh, he said so. Okay. God, I'm stuck between my last two. I'm gonna say, learning or Zoom happy hours.
Learning
That
how to
I-
use a
I did.
platform on the internet. Shelby the grandpa.
I'd use. All right. Every hour's happy. But yeah.
Oh, Molly did not like that shit.
Yeah, Zoom happy hours. Zoom happy hours lasted for a week. All right,
they
Zach, your last pick, or you can just skip it because you're done.
Well, you know, Astros freaking out. SNL figuring out that recording remotely for a nationally broadcasted television show is just not gonna work out, and then that just like they tried like 2 shows where like people recording from their homes, and it was like this isn't funny at all. Like, not
Zach
even
said
Tom
3
Hanks
to
can
1
say
as if
this.
like it was any different from what he was already going in with.
I just needed it's for the cuts.
All right,
for the
Scotty,
cuts.
your last
My
pick.
last pick. I was gonna
this
do
over
something
with.
positive, but probably or something like culturally positive. But fuck it, I'm stuck between kind of 3. How about like cleaning the first day or the first week and being like, wow, I'm so productive, and then be like, what the fuck do I do now? Because we're just stuck in the
Yeah.
house the whole time. So cooking and cleaning.
What'd you do today? I made
Cooking
my
and
bed.
cleaning like lasted all about a week, and then you're like, well, this fucking sucks, and now I remember why outside is good.
A couple honorable mentions. Carol Baskin memes. The NFL draft. How big was that to have sports back for like a night?
Oh, that was huge. Actually, I'm surprised that wasn't a pick.
Zach and I betting on Madden Sims, thinking they were the greatest things ever. Brady to Tampa, discovering an addiction to TikTok, thinking this would last like a month. A bad documentary from ESPN about Sammy Sosa and Mark McGuire, and trying to come up with content weekly for this podcast.
Yeah. How about turning a negative into a positive? This was going to be my last pick, but like the fact that there's no sports as a distraction probably helped with a lot of cultural issues around the world.
I feel like COVID forced us to find the enjoyment in the little things,
but also not to ignore the fucking
I
injustice that's happening.
Exactly.
Anyway, that's as much as I want to fucking talk about
I think
it. But
that's
Last segment, it is Who Tweeted That? We'll give the credit to Zach because he came up with this last week. It was very good. Scotty and I battling against each other. Scotty murdering me in it. So congrats to Scotty.
Hey, thanks.
Do you guys want to do a... yeah, you're welcome. Here, I'm going to do a quick practice run. This tweet does not count. Just let me know if you hear me okay, all right?
Okay.
Ready? All right. I might be the only person I've ever seen that drives a BMW but still wears a face mask in public. Hashtag humble brag.
That's definitely
Who made sure to tweet that? Who made sure to tweet that?
I did
totally
yesterday.
counts, and I win.
No retweets, nothing. Make sure all 177 people.
No, we need to
All right,
include
glad
how
everyone can
many
hear it.
engagements these tweets got, because I mean that's an important factor.
Entanglements.
Like, was it worth it?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I can't check.
That's
the,
okay. It's for future.
Impression. Okay, cool.
I'll look at it.
All right, are you guys ready with the very first one?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Who tweeted this? Was I the only one hoping Machine Gun Kelly would be the first to die in Bird Box, like even before John Malkovich?
Oh.
Message me separately. This was on December 27th, 2018. All right, you both got it right. That was Zach.
Yeah.
Remember Bird Box? Remember how that took over?
Yeah. I really wanted
Yes.
him to die too, though.
Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly's a piece of shit.
Zach had 77 impressions.
Yeah,
right.
impressions is people
Next
who
one.
saw it. So if 200 people follow you, only 77. I'd hope at least 77 saw it at some point.
And none
Impressions
of them
mean
liked it.
nothing. No one liked it. 77 people saw your tweet and was like, "I'm not liking that."
All right, here we go. I always magically show up to this class only on the days that he magically takes attendance. In March of 2015.
Ooh. That's a tough one.
Actually, don't know this either,
He-
but I believe it's
Zach got it correct.
Fuck.
It was himself.
fuck.
Incorrect, Scotty. Zach takes a 2-1 lead.
How would you know
All right.
if he's taking attendance the days you're not there?
Because he sent me an email about it.
That's a great point.
Because he was my
Oh.
academic advisor. He was like, "Hey, you're not showing up to class on these days. I took attendance."
So,
All right, here
so
we
it
go.
sounds like
I
you
bet
were
Aaron
lying
Paul-
in your
okay.
tweet. Okay, sorry, keep going.
All right, here we go. I bet Aaron Paul is a total badass tonight, right after some meth. Hashtag Breaking Bad.
You wouldn't go 3 in a row the same tweet, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. Trying to turn on my light. Here we go.
Yikes.
All right, it is correct. That is Scotty. Each person gets a point. Scotty firing off that bad boy. August 11th, 2013. All right, here we go.
Right after some mess.
I bet Jamie Lynn Spears got a muffin top now. LMAO.
Damn, I don't know.
Hardcore. That's hardcore, not me. Unless it is, in which case I'm scared.
Might just have
All
to
right.
be me.
You both rang in Scotty. That is correct. Scotty, April 14th of 2012. Coming in with a Jamie Lynn
Damn.
Spears drop.
Love it.
Was I wrong?
All right.
We need to get some Shelby tweets in the mix.
All right, here we go. He didn't knock her out on purpose. She came at him and he hit her. The railing knocked her out.
Easy. Easy.
What? Oh, God, I really hope this isn't me. I don't even know what it's in context to.
Easy. I know exactly what the context is. I can explain this one.
All right, cool. Now you just... That's my good answer.
Yeah, you just gave him. Yeah, you guys both got it right. It was Zach. Care to
Thanks,
comment?
Zach.
Because you got 36. You got 36 replies. You got ratioed. You got 36 replies, 8 retweets, talking about the Ray Rice incident.
Oh, fuck. Zach.
100% for men's rights. I've always been a men's rights advocate.
This is not good, Zach. This is not a good look.
All right, here we go.
they-
We'll
we-
move
Wait, no,
on
what
literally-
was the
quickly.
date? What was the date from that one?
9/11, 2014.
Oh, my
14?
God.
Oh, okay, so a 20.
Zach's-
A
You're about to
tweet
get
from a 20.
canceled.
a 20-year-old white boy is problematic. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, here on the 13th
NFL stars
anniversary
get-
of the on the 13th anniversary of the deadliest terrorist attack on U.S. soil, let me just fire off this one about Ray Rice being innocent. All right,
Fuck, dude, that was bad.
here we go. I wish there was somewhere I could bet my money that Kyler Murray won't go number 1 overall to the Cardinals. Not happening.
Ooh.
Zach, did you ring in?
Not yet.
3, 2, 1. All right. The correct answer was Scotty,
Damn it.
who also got it right. Zach got it wrong. You guys are now tied at 5. Freezing
I knew
cold
that.
takes Scotty. Kyler Murray not going number 1.
Fuck.
Is it me or is 2013 going by so quick? It's fine by me, though. It's been my year for sure. Zach, you rang in with me? Scotty rang in with Scotty, which is correct. It is Scotty.
Did you not include any of your own tweets?
Nope. Hand up.
Why not?
I know.
Oh, well, that's how the game's supposed to work.
I realize that, and that's my fault.
Do I get a mulligan on that one?
No.
No.
What? You didn't even tell me? Okay.
Tough. Why does Post Malone always look like he just got his wisdom teeth removed with those puffy cheeks?
Oh, shit.
February 4th, 2018.
Oh, my birthday.
Yeah. Sure is, bud. Zach rings in with Scotty. Scotty rings in with Zach. It was Zach. And
Fuck.
Scotty takes a 7-5 lead with only 2 tweets left.
That's a
All right.
fantastic
Ooh.
tweet.
I'm not sure how Batman vs. Superman is going to work. They're both good guys. Why should they fight each other?
This is kind of true.
November 15th, 2013.
Oh, man. 2013.
No,
Zach,
no.
did you... Oh, you already rang in. You already rang in.
Damn it. But it was incorrect spelling.
All right. Zach rang in with Scotty. That is incorrect. Scotty rang in
No,
with
no, no.
Zach. That. All right, you spelled
I
it
rang
wrong.
in with Scott, then I rang in with E,
And then
then
you
I
said
rang in
me.
with me. Correct.
So you
So
rang
that's
in with
correct.
you rang in with Scotty first, which was incorrect.
No, I rang in with Scott with 3 T's,
All right,
which is
you-
not
okay.
an option.
No.
And I fixed it.
Either way, you both got it.
No.
You both got it right then, but Scotty's still up 2 with 1 tweet left. Last one. I can't believe hashtag Game of Thrones straight up took away a second dragon out of nowhere. May 9th, 2019. Zach with me, Scotty with Scotty. It was Scotty, and
What?
Scotty wins it. Yeah, Scotty tweeted that on May 9th,
I'm a fucking
2019.
pro at this.
Scotty, you're really fucking good at this game.
I'm really good at this.
Yeah.
game. Finally, I find
Scotty's
something I'm good at.
severely good at this game.
Yeah, he is. But
I
also
know- I
hashtag-
know my language
yeah,
and my tweets.
hashtag sus for Shelby not fucking up and not including any of his own.
Absolutely, hand up on me. That's my bad. But Scotty still wins at 9-6. Scotty's now 2-0, and we'll have to do this next
Hey.
week. Is that our show?
That's our show.